Hey guys, I'm Avro and welcome back to my channel. So I would build a very simple app in Button today, and we will build this entire app just via conversation or just by prompting. And by now you already guys know that I have been using Button for almost a year now. We have also built this entire agentic workflow which helps you to build not a simple Claude artifacts or not a simple front end, but it allows you to build a full stack web apps. So I was trying it out. I was comparing them, how it works with Cursor, mainly with Cursor I was focusing on, and also I was trying out Button to build a full stack app. More than being biased here about the agentic workflow which we have built in Button, I was trying out fairly to try this approach where we could build an app super fast, and a bit more technical knowledge you need to have while building with Cursor. If you're building a full stack app, you need to have your backend there. You need to make sure that you have those files properly run. You need to test it. If you're building the front end, you need to connect your backend, route them, create a fast API router or something, and just connect them with your front end. The front end can be React.js or any other libraries of your choice or the programming language of your choice, and you build it. Amazing, people are building. It's really a great work, and we can just literally build today very fast any apps or write any program very fast. Now when you come to this agentic workflow, let's say we have this workflow already established. There where I feel Button is way better, because it already has this entire workflow which connects your backend to your front end, and you just click the deploy button once you have this backend and front end ready. It's easier for people who want to ship the app. It's easier for people who want to ship the app faster. Pretty simple. Build quickly, write your prompt, ship your app fast. Simple as that. And that's where I just wanted to show how easily I could just build an app in this particular video, just writing few lines of code. I haven't tried this app. I haven't tried to build this app yet, but I will build it while I just constantly speak my mind out while building this app. So let's do it. So I just create a new app here. The app which I'm planning to build is very simple. We try to get users or let's say researchers information from databases like PubMed, and we try to get the articles or the publications which are made by a particular researchers. It's very useful for people who are in scientific niche, or they are working in a particular academia or any company or R&D. They often want to check their research papers or the citation list, everything. And the main whole point of showing this app is that you can just quickly build a robust backend and connect it with your front end. So basically, without any technical knowledge, today you can just build this app pretty fast. So just write few prompts here. You can see we have shifted from GPT 4.0 to Claude Sonnet 3.5 very recently, and we have also added a lot of changes like the quick prompt and everything, which is very convenient for any non-technical user to build an app from scratch. So let's say in this case I would just prompt, I would like to build an app for people in comes as card. Okay, so this is my initial prompt, how I would like to have this. The next part would be I would probably like to use this all this dashboard building as backend. So let's use BioPython. So this is a background knowledge which I have. I click the enter button. That's my first prompt, as you can see. And this is a background knowledge which I have, that BioPython helps in gathering relevant information from PubMed database. That's the only thing which I know. That's what I was checking over, let's say over Stack Overflow. You can make a Google search as well. There's another Python package which I know is called Scholarly, which also does the same, but I chose to stay with BioPython. That's the only thing. So that's something which users also ask, like, how do you separate your backend from the front end? I would say anywhere which is relevant to fetching information, I would put that as my backend. And in data button, backend means you will have a Python or a fast API ready, generated by the agent, tested by the agent. That's very important. So as you can see, when I said that thing, it just said me that excellent, they will just include the BioPython package. First they need to install it, and other required packages. Shall we begin by installing packages? It starts installing the packages out here. And it says that we have successfully installed, but I can see this, its installation is still going on under the hood. But we can meanwhile continue doing it so fast that we can just continue building meanwhile. Now let's create an API for our academic research dashboard. We will start with simple endpoint to search for an author. Shall we create academic search API? And I just press this and you see a prompt quickly just created. By that we have this smart suggestion, and you will see soon here we have our endpoint ready. That's our backend out here. That's the backend here. And here's our page, which right now has literally nothing. You can always edit this code if you know how to code. If you're using cursor, that means you know how to do this as well. So write your own code if you want to do that. And in the front end, we use React. And you can also build small UI components. I see a lot of people are using a lot of other open source libraries or UI libraries to build components. You can build your components here, but in data button, the agent will create UI components and connect with your home page or number of pages which you want to build. So right now we have successfully installed, or the agent has successfully installed the packages. It has also created an endpoint for us as I speak. Agent was creating it. We have successfully created academic API endpoint. This API is now set for use. Please provide a valid email address. I will just go for let's say test@gmail.com or something like that. It's fine. I think it's not a big deal. It's normally with this there can be a rate limit, but you can use your own email as well. But the main part is it says that it has created this entire endpoint for us. So we can also go back to that endpoint and you see the whole stuff is created here. I still don't know what it has created, but it did. So if I just quickly look through it, you can always edit your code in data button, by the way. It actually stored my email back in data button secrets. I'll come to that as well, but let's quickly look into it. So it has something called a search request, publication title, journal, a search response. I would rather test this endpoint, or let's first look into it, what it says. Here's a summary of what we have accomplished. Created an academic search API with search endpoint, implemented author search functionality using BioPython. So there's a search function, and implemented author function using BioPython entrance. So it has used entrance library. Set up a secure store to retrieve the email from the entrance. Okay, so it has a lot of stuff. The API is now ready to handle search requests for authors, and the publisher would like to test the API. So I'll say let's test the API. You can use my name, which is Avratanu Biswas. Okay, and it tries to now test the endpoint which it just now created. You see, all this 67 lines of Python code was created by the agent. Nothing I have done from my end. And it says there's an error. I apologize for the error. You can also open the console out here and see what is the error. So it tries to make a fast API call or a post it sent, and after 1.33 seconds there is an error. Seeing that error, it also figures out why the error is there. There's an issue with how we're handling the XML file. So it's now modifying that particular changes or whatever the bug is. It knows it under the hood. It goes in the debug mode. Everything happening at a very rapid scale. I mean, it's just super fast. It's going on. It's editing the source code, writing new code for academic search. So basically, it's still now in this endpoint where it's writing the new code. And now it's reviewing the code. So these are a lot of check which we have built in data button to make sure that each and every agentic call gives us a proper response, and in case there's a bug, there will be always a bug, it will fix it itself. So it has fixed it. Now we can you test it please? So we are asking it to test it another time, or it already has it. We have updated search author publication function, and it actually made a nice search, by the way. It has a successful search, as I understand here. So it started and the status after 1.5 seconds, like that. Their total publication, so I have published around 9 publications until now, and they are from 2020 to 2024. It's right. Fields of plant science, photosynthesis, biochem, that's totally right. Oh yeah, we have lot of response. So the endpoint is working. I mean, it didn't show me yet, but we can also say, can you please show the detailed result? So I just want to see what the real result is. But the important part is it actually did make a very valid endpoint. This is the part where we are living, that we now have agents to write our endpoints or our Python programs where it can fetch all my publications, just creating an endpoint, and it did it for us. Great. So all my libraries are here. All my publications are here with a single search. Is there any specific aspect of this result you would like to focus on the front-end dashboard? For example, you could create visualization, publication count by year, distribution by journals, a timeline of research topics, interactive cards for each publication. Yeah, let's have interactive card for each publications. Plots. Right now, Python packages you can install as many as you want, but we don't allow at this point in the environment to add more React packages. So that also, it's one of the things which we have planned for our next iteration, where we'll add more features. But right now you can add only Python packages, but not React packages. But we have few packages, React packages for plotting available already. And if you need new packages, you can always ask us, reach the data button team or me personally. We can always add new React packages. Use the React, I think React purchase packages available for you to plot. I forgot which React packages was it, but yeah, let's try it out. Let's see what the agent does. If there is any bug, it will fix it for us. So it created a research dashboard page for us here. A search input for the author name, and interactive publication interactive publication cards, a bar chart for citation by year, a pie chart for publication by year. Okay, this is pretty cool already. I'm really curious how it goes from here. It's writing the React code. We already saw how it worked with the Python code. It created a functional endpoint. It also tested it for us. We saw all the publications with my name. So basically just figured out my name and then went, searched the database. Normally it is using PubMed database. Got all the relevant information. So the fast API endpoint is working. We have created a fast API router. And now I said I want to create a dashboard. It has already started to write the code for it, and it has written the entire code for us. Let's see what it has. So now it has a research dashboard. Before I try anything out there, I just want to check it. Okay, so it has used recharts. Yeah, that's what the library I was talking about. In React, you can use that library. In console, I don't see any error yet. And it has just wrote 145 lines of code for us in just few minutes. Okay, I made this prompt in, let's say, 1954, the timeout here, and in 1955 I get the entire stuff ready with this 145 lines of React.js code. I'm hiding this code for us because we still don't need any more of that, and I'm typing my name, Biswas, and I will hit the search button. You can also see which endpoints are called, and by the way, just within few minutes I have the entire stuff ready. This is citation by year, everything is plotted. Publication by year, you see, each and everything. I would rather make sure the year is shown properly. Yeah, but that also we can do. But the main part is here. All my publications are coming as a card, as I mentioned, and all the publication with the journal name with the with a valid DOI, so you can always search the publication. So basically, if I just quickly, let's say I go to this first DOI, it mainly comes from the articles, how they stored in database, and this is the publications which you see out here, and here's my name. So that's one of my publication. I go back to the app, so this is how it is, and this is how my citation looks like, and this is my publication. Everything built by Data Button within just, I think I used maximum 2 prompts, one for the back end, one for the front end, and it just did it. Okay, so that's my research dashboard I quickly built. There are a lot of things can be changed, dark mode, light mode, maybe I can. Next part will be, I want this app to be in my home page. This was one of the pages. So in Data Button, we have different concepts here. So right now we use a new page here. We can use multi-page app. That's one thing which we care about. That's why you can make multiple pages. That's a new page you can create. You can create small components. At this moment, our agent decided that it does not necessarily need to create any UI component. So it just went for a page. Also, you can literally prompt it out and say that I want to create a UI component. It will create UI component. UI components are very valuable when you want to make it reusable. Like you want to use, let's say, that dashboard a lot of times in your app, you use UI component. But right now it has created a page. So I want my home, which has only few lines of code now, to add this research dashboard here. So I would just say, can you add, and here is one of the trick which Data Button does it very well. Add this, I just press this hash out here, all the endpoints or the pages, even if there is a UI component, everything will pop up here. Can you add research dashboard to my home page? And I just hit the prompt. And now what it would do is, you see this home page, it has no code right now. I would expect that it would import this or just reroute this page to the home page now. That would be my expectation. Let's see how Data Button agent works. And that's the power out here. You can literally build not a small app, not a small UI. You can build a very powerful software, a SaaS, with just prompting. If you're someone who is not technical enough, you can just build it there. If you're technical enough, you can literally code your lines out here and do it. Like in Cursor, you literally code your lines. You talk about each and every UI components. You can do that as well. So it has written this entire stuff. You see, it has added a heading. It has added some text also as well. It has done a lot of stuff, and it has added the router link. And now if I go back, and if I just want to visualize my particular app now, let's see. I will just refresh a bit. Here you go. And if I now go to the research dashboard, and you are there in your research dashboard, and I will search my, let's say, my supervisor's name, okay? Peter Lambref. He's a scientist. He's my supervisor, my PhD supervisor. So I'll just search his name. It calls the search, and here you go. All his publications are here, and I expect all the citations by year. It's out here. So there are a lot of things which you can do in this particular app, but at this moment I'll just leave into this. But maybe another part which is very interesting, because this is something which you don't need to worry about. You just need to click this deploy button, or my research dashboard app. I will not put a custom domain because the app is yet to be there. I will just hit my research dashboard. That's my app's name. You can also try it yourself. I'll just put it live. So it's going now. It's getting deployed now. You don't need to care about deployment. Data Button handles this entire deployment. So all I do is go to this deploy button, give a name to your app, and your app will be ready. So it will always, since you are not doing your custom domain, right now it has offroad.databutton.app / the name which I gave. It automatically reverts to that particular URL. This comes at the front and then / to that. If you have custom domain, you just need to like submit for that to us. We just hook you up with that. Alternatively, we just have this domain there for you. I'll just copy it, and I'm waiting for the app to get deployed because the deployment is in progress. And while the deployment is in progress, I will also show you a few things which in Data Button it's very important to know about. You can always change your name of the app, which doesn't matter, but if you want, you can change your app. But here was the place where it took save it as a secret. Like if you go to academic search, it has some secret email. Right now I just use a test email. By the way, deployment is done. I'll just quickly come here. It has a secret email, or if you have API secrets, you are using OpenAI or Open or Cohere or any API key, you need to store in a secret environment. You don't want to reveal that. That's why Data Button has this particular config place where you can add yourself, or you can ask the agent. Like right now the agent did it in one of this prompt. If you go back, the agent did that in one of the prompt. It's stored here for me. I have no secret. It just stays at the gmail, that to gmail.com. You can also add collaborators. That's a great thing which you can do. And you can add your own Python packages, by the way. Right now we allow to install own Python packages. That's also, in just 15 minutes back, we initiated this installation of BioPython packages for fetching all the results about an author. And that's it. That also Data Button provides. So the moment of truth. I think we have explored the entire Data Button platform. We have explored how to build an app. We have just used prompt. We saw Data Button debugging it. We deployed in Data Button. Now I will just copy this URL and I will just press a new tab. I will just press it here. Our app is here. And I will say go to research dashboard. And here you have, you can add multiple pages out there, multiple pages you can link. You can make it way more better, but this is what we have now. And what to search with, I think I can just I can just search with my name just to show you that it works. So I just hit the search button and it's now calling the backend out there. All my articles are here and it's showing the citation by year, all the publications out here. That's it. This was very easy to make, all by 2 prompts, one backend, one front end, and you have a full stack app ready, which you can deploy and just share with anyone. This is just the start of it. You can iterate further on it. It's super easy. It's running with Claude 3.5 Sonnet and it's very fast, as you saw. It is very good in debugging, as you saw. And it has the entire workflow. You don't need to create your own workflow. It has its own Python backend. It's a very robust. It has its own front end. It connects them together. You don't need to care anything about it. If you're technical, non-technical, it does not matter. You can even write the code out there. Everything in Data Button just built live in just, I think, 25 minutes while I was explaining it. So that's it all for today. Let me know what you guys think about it. The entire AI space is changing this way one can build an app. And I'm very, very excited. And I would really, really love to hear from all of you. Cheers.